section is public comment, and do you have a sign-up sheet? We'll go grab the sign-up sheet. Please note that the comments are 3 minutes. We are actually going to time them to make sure that we stick to that. And no personnel issues can be discussed. You can discuss any issue, but if you're tying it specifically to a person, that's not appropriate, and I will cut you off. So with that, as soon as the list of sign-ups here, you want to be the time? All right, Nancy Jacobo.
My voice like I usually do. My question is about next year's scheduling.
Could you go forward so you can be on camera?
Be on camera? This is not camera already.
I've never been camera.
They want to see who's squeaking.
Yeah, just so that the listening audience, when we have this on YouTube, can essentially a person with the voice.
My question is about next year's scheduling. Remember that there were these changes on second graders not having two teachers like this year? I, for one, love the scheduling of the two teachers. I think we get teachers be experts in their fields and more time to do their lesson plans and just be able to think out of the box. And if that does come to a change, I would like to know whose ultimate decision is that? Is that staff decision as the principal, or is that board decision?
We did discuss it. We decided not to move forward with that this coming year.
I mean, it was
something that was done in Great Hearts. They do that because it's they do it's easier for intervention. It's easier for integration of all the subjects and that kind of thing. But we all discussed it and decided not to move forward with that issue.
All right, and so we want to pick this up because we are going to just do the comment portion and we'll answer it later. I don't mean to be rude, but we are trying to stick to our schedule. We have not been the best about that. That's okay. Yeah, we used to do that, but we can move to add answers to questions at the end. So though Erica gave a good one, we want to kind of cycle through the public comments.
I failed to do the discussion. Under miscellaneous items, there should be discussion.
Let's go to the next person, which is Adam Mangus on the public comment, and we'll get through that. And then if the questions arise, give Erica a chance.
Well, mine is just a general comment. I tend to come to these meetings and comment every time I'm here, along with the same exact people that are basically here every week. First of all, I think parent participation is really quite pathetic. The fact that we have 15 people in a room, we have 180 to 200 families. That's just ridiculous, especially in a forum where you can actually speak and talk about how you're feeling and talk to the board members that are actually sitting here. So that's the first thing. I think something has to be done about parent morale and parent wanting to participate. I do know that a lot of parents that I've talked to that are not here tonight feel like they are not heard, feel like the board does what the board wants to without really considering what the parents want. I did notice the parent survey made it into the paperwork, which I think is important. One thing that I noticed on it that is very disconcerting is the community's opinion of the school. I can tell you for sure that our school's reputation is marred. It is not as it used to be. The excitement in the community about the new school has certainly tapered to I think a school low right now, unfortunately. I think it's multifactorial why that is. I think that they've heard that we've had trouble with some of our staff. And you said we're not allowed to talk about personnel matters, but I think that's, in a classical education, when parents are supposed to have a voice, for the board to sit here and tell us we're not allowed to talk about the staff, we're not allowed to talk about the head of school, we're not allowed to talk about personnel issues, I think that's a load of crap. Sorry. But we should have a voice, we should be allowed to say whatever we want, because we are the parents who make up this school, as you are too. most of the people on the board are parents of kids who are students. We probably lost near 50 kids the first year, 76 this year. We've lost multiple teachers. We're losing more teachers next year. What's happening, guys? It's time to step up and do something about this. I know we're seem to be full of complaints without solutions, but I think solutions have to start instead of just poo-pooing everything and saying, well, there's really no problem. Turnover is normal in a school that's just starting out. I don't agree. I think at this point, look, I'm a founding family member. I fought for this school to open years ago. And I'm getting quite disheartened. I don't think that the board has been doing very much for a lot of these things. I don't think they're addressing student turnover. I don't think they're addressing teacher turnover. And I think you need to, because at this point, the community is starting to look at us like we have issues, major problems. And I think you need to do something about it. I don't know what that means, whether it's turning over staff, whether it's helping the parents get their morale up, whatever it is, you guys have to help out because it's crunch time here. It really is.
Thank you very much. Corinne Mays.
My concern is security. For the past couple of weeks, I have called my daughter's recent school, which was Newmarket Elementary, and I have called several of other schools in Frederick County. Mandatory lockdown happens after 10 minutes that a student is disappearing from the school. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen when we had a student that was missing for 20 to 25 minutes. Student that escaped last year, and we had Mr. Kenny tackle him outside of the school to get him back inside. We never even practiced lockdown in the school. At Newmarket Elementary, Blue Ribbon School, they not just practiced it, but they had to actually apply it twice in the course of a year. And that's something that is alarming to me, that what are my kids are going to do if the school needs to go on lockdown and they never practiced it? What are we going to do? What are we going to do if there is somebody with a weapon within the school and we cannot even tell our kids what they need to do? It's just going to be a chaotic situation. Because we don't have the teachers prepared and we don't have the students prepared, and I really believe that the students are being robbed by their security within the school. That's really all I have to say about that. I do apologize for not being able to make it to your meeting, Tom, on Thursday. There was so many different things that was going on wrong in my life that day. But again, thank you all for listening to me. I know I put Melanie Johnson and Erica Elizabeth. They got caught in the rain. They asked me to put them on the actual list to speak, and that's why their names are there. But I know they got caught in the rain.
So I don't see Erica Elizabeth or Melanie Johnson here, so if they do come, we can accommodate that later.
That's fine. I just wanted to explain that.
All right, so public comment is done. We already introduced Mr. Han. The next item is the sixth grade leveling discussion. So as some of you know, it was originally announced that sixth grade was going to be leveled, and I think some sheets were even passed out about the leveling. And then Eric had sent out a note saying that it wasn't going to be the case, that the leveling all through middle school of those levels, that the sixth grade would not be leveled next year based on the trip to Arizona that she had attended. And so we want to have a discussion as a board with Mrs. Cummings about that issue to better understand the rationale for those concerned a lot of parents. So if you're ready to open up.
Yeah, and I did send a letter in. So one of the commitments was prior to the initial whole process was to level for sixth grade. Prior to getting even teacher recommendations squared away or anything like that, we had, I can't remember, 12 to 16 parent override requests, which would have actually, for those to their child in the high class, which would have actually put us at which is not unfortunately an option. So to combine that, I asked when we were in Arizona what they do about leveling, and they don't level, for similar reasons. And additionally, excuse me, providing everybody the opportunity to have the same material and the same information, and allowing students who may not always make good choices to be exposed to and have the role models within their class of other people that are achieving at a high level. So there will be a renewed focus on differentiation for next year. So those are kind of some of the reasons. And I did make a mistake by not sharing that ahead of time. That was when we returned, there was such a short turnaround time, and I didn't even think about it until I got the question. So I did rectify that.
My question, I guess, when they get to seventh grade and eighth grade, what if there's that same disparaging number that you've got 32 in one class and 80 in another? How do you handle that in seventh or eighth grade?
Well, seventh and eighth grade are only level 2. They're not level 3.
Okay.
So seventh and eighth grade, at that point, we would have to, right now, we're not in that position, and we would have to look at it and figure out what to do and how to get that, to funnel students into pre-algebra and subsequently algebra and grading for those that are eligible.
Is it an option to, I know the classrooms are small, they're not built for 32 kids, so just physically that would be difficult. Could it be an option to hold that class in some place that's larger, like perhaps the library, configure desks in the library to accommodate if that were to happen, and you have, say, the 6th grade in 2016 is in a situation similar to this year, could we consider something in a large classroom, like a library or something?
I don't know, teaching 36 students, 32 students, somewhere around there is not as good for kids as teaching a class of 20. Additionally, right now, the library that we have, even when it's rezoned, once the copiers and stuff are out, it's still only something like that. So unfortunately, it's not big enough to even make that option. But then you also have to have teachers floating in and out of there all day, because that class would essentially be together for all 4 subjects. So they'd be in that room all day, making it not functional for everybody else.
So they would be together all day just because of the math, though?
Possibly, yes.
I guess my question, I want to question the assumption that you have a 32 class. You say they're parent override requests, but we don't have to honor those. You could take this out to 1 group of students.
You're right,
One group.
technically we could do that. But at that point, if their child could go into an advanced class into regular middle school, then what would be the, if I'm saying no,
But we're saying no this year too, right?
if I'm saying no, so who would decide who's requested on the no?
Well, I think some objective criteria that this has to decide, right?
Well, and we've done that and then ended up with, a preliminary list of looking at things, and then ended up with many parent override requests.
So I guess, are you saying you have 33 kids who, ignoring the override request, are simply qualified for the higher class? Or
No.
you're saying, okay. So how many kids are actually qualified for the higher?
It varies by, it's roughly 20 in most of the grades. Some are more like about 15,
Okay.
some maybe 18.
Okay, so if that split, the biggest split you talked about was 15, so it'd be a 25-15 split. Most of our classrooms, I think, are okay with 25. Is that correct?
I'd have to look, I'm honestly not entirely sure, I can't remember.
Just
I
really the
think they
science
are.
room and
Yeah.
some of the other larger rooms.
I think they are slated for 25, but I'm not positive.
I guess that's what I'm struggling to understand is if the breakdown is roughly feasible.
Well, but also with the grade, there is no difference in the curriculum. It's not, we can't offer pre-algebra in sixth grade, or they can run out of maths to take in middle school. So there is no difference in math for them in sixth grade. They would be taking sixth grade math.
You're saying if we do love it, because we're not going to offer free algebra.
We can't offer pre-algebra.
We can't offer, explain that.
Because in the state of Maryland, you can receive one full credit course in math in middle school, and that is algebra in eighth grade. So we would cap out, we would run out of maths. If they were taking, if somebody is taking pre-algebra in sixth grade, then the next, I would actually have to even look to see if they were eligible for full credit algebra in seventh grade. They used to be, but they changed the law because that was several years ago. And then in eighth grade, we'd have no math to offer them.
I guess what I'm struggling with is, in our charter, we said we put kids first, and we actually added a section on accelerated learners. And we said that we would do this. If you're ready for pre-algebra in sixth grade, you should get to take it. So I'm struggling with
And that's
how that's not
something-
going to be a reality.
Then you have to take that up with the state government. I mean, unfortunately, pre-algebra is not offered in sixth grade statewide. It's not, because we would be run out of maths to give by the time they got into eighth grade.
So it's a question of, you're going to take some math in sixth grade. If the math
Yeah,
happens to be
you'll
that
take sixth grade
you're
math.
teaching pre-algebra, we don't call it pre-algebra. Would there be anything illegal about that?
No, but then they would get the same information in seventh grade as in pre-algebra. So the pre-algebra is very, it's not open to interpretation, so it is what it is, and then when they got to seventh grade and got to take the real pre-algebra, it would be the same material that they would have already learned.
Right, well, I guess the question is, what can we do about that? I mean, do we actually need a waiver request to be able to do this? Because it seems to,
Well, I
it
think
needs
it
to,
would go beyond
we're
that.
placing legalities over children's needs, and that's not something we ever.
Now, in sixth grade, I would have to check with Mrs. Walden to be sure, but I don't think there's that many kids that would even be ready for pre-algebra that going into sixth grade.
In sixth grade, going into sixth
Going
grade?
into sixth grade.
No.
That would be very,
That's
very
older
low.
one.
There are no kids that are ready for
Fifth graders going into sixth grade?
Right.
I don't think that's such the big issue, going into sixth grade. I will tell you that the rigor compared to other schools is high. I've had students come in mid-year out of honors gifted programs in other schools and are struggling with our curriculum, well, with our program. And I would say in sixth grade, there's nobody ready for pre-algebra in sixth grade. I think the danger, I'll just throw this out there, is that you would end up with a higher class of 15 and a lower class of 25 or more. And then you end up with lots more children with needing more teacher time. Bigger class, one teacher. I think that's more the danger than having too many students in a high class. That's just my opinion.
So for the child who is ready for it, though, I guess the question is there a danger to them as well?
I guess what I'd like to know is if, say there's 4 or 5 kids, which aren't many, but say they're ready for, just a more challenge, more rigor than what we have. I'm not saying a whole new class just for these 4 kids, but how are we going to challenge that in the classroom, even if it's in the same classroom as kids with multiple different, abilities? That's probably a
Well, and that's when,
just want to make sure that they're adequately challenged, they're not sitting there bored.
right, and this is all very good. And all the staff, we've all discussed the need and focus on differentiation for this coming year. And luckily with help, 2 people tag teaming all the stuff that has to happen in our building, is going to greatly improve the assistance and support that can be done.
I mean, I think I don't want to speak for all the parents, but from what I hear of the parents that talk about their concerns with math and leveling, they just want to make sure that their child who is highly able is challenged and not bored. I think that's a safe statement to make. So just keeping in mind that is And that's one of the reasons we started this school, is math,
But it's
ironically.
because of math.
We just, want to ensure that even if it's only 3 or 4 kids, that they're just as adequately challenged as the 20 kids that might be on grade level or struggling, that their needs are met just the same amount of respect as everyone else's. So,
Yeah, I mean,
we
my
just
comment
we just
is
want to see that happen.
that we've had people last year leave because we promised differentiation didn't happen. Now, we started out this year announcing we were going to do it, and then it changed. So we're going to have more parents leave because of this. And,
Differentiation or level?
well, differentiation is a broad category. One of the ways to accomplish it is leveling. Most of our middle schools offer some degree of leveling, even greater than what we're going to offer in sixth
Right,
grade.
but they also have a lot more staff, so they can run simultaneous sections of the same class, because they have, three sixth grade math teachers that are teaching honors math, while one other one's teaching or level math, or whatever. So there's a lot more flexibility, whereas our middle school, our 4 teachers must have the same schedule because we're sharing all these sixth grade, seventh grade.
So just as a general question, a traditional FCPS school has an honors class and a merit class. The honors class, even in sixth grade, it goes over the same content, it goes a little further. It goes definitely deeper into the subjects, the subject of math and English. Is there something that we could do that? Because originally, that's what I anticipated when you had done the program at the end of April. Both of those would be an honors and a regular.
So there will be more differentiation in each class to meet the needs of those students that are, well versed and can pick up easily on the concepts that they're learning. Additionally, it's not going to be truly level, but it's going to be a smaller band of range of ability. So instead of having potentially the students with the most academic challenges that is 2 grade levels behind and really struggling would not necessarily be in the same class with the student that is the most highly academically able in that subject. So there would still be a variety of each group, but it wouldn't be the highest and highest everyone's class. It would be a smaller range, so the teachers can more easily meet everybody's needs, and there will be like children in the same class.
So are you saying it's an enrichment or an acceleration or something else?
I'm sorry?
An enrichment model or an acceleration model for the higher learners, which of the two? And those, generally, it gets to learning divide into one of those things. Either you go faster or you go deeper.
It would be enrichment, it would be.
So they're not learning any different content.
Right, it would be the same content, but it would go further and deeper, work with instruments like that.
Is there, we stated in our application, we got to believe that children who are accelerated have a right to get accelerated if they want to. We're not fulfilling that. How do we fulfill that?
Request for Maryland and the option of offering more math for credit in middle school.
I guess what I'm struggling with is you announced this before, and you knew what the Maryland law was, and you said it was going to happen. Now you're saying it isn't because of parent overrides, and now you're pointing back into the law. I'm getting different stories.
Right,
Which is the real reason why we're not doing this.
Well, it's all of those reasons. So we're not doing, you're asking why we're not offering pre-algebra in sixth grade. That was never an option, because we can't give pre-algebra in sixth grade. We were going to level an honors math 6 or level math 6. But due to the issues of parent override requests combined with the information from the parts, we decided to just shorten the bands and not do true leveling of those grades. The law comes into effect when you asked me about pre-algebra being offered in sixth grade, and that was never an option because we can't offer pre-algebra unless you raise and get a waiver from the state raise, you tap out now.
So you're saying even if we were in a position to afford an extra staff member to teach these kids, we couldn't do it?
Not, well, yes, no, we could do it, knowing that they would get the same material probably during 7th grade pre-algebra. If the goal was to take like pre-algebra in 6th grade, algebra in 7th grade, and then potentially algebra 2 or geometry in 8th grade, then a waiver would have to come from the state of Maryland in order to allow that to happen. Because in 8th grade, you're not eligible for algebra 2 or geometry in the state of Maryland credit.
Okay, so even accepting the pre-algebra for legal reasons can't happen, we're still saying that we can't differentiate level the 6th grade math now.
So the banding is what I said, yes.
Right. So we're not able to take the 20 or so kids that are kind of at the high level and the 20 or so kids that are at the low level. We can't even do that level.
We chose not to do that based on the information from Great Hearts and the number of parent provider requests would have drastically skewed our numbers.
There's nothing illegal about it. We could have chosen otherwise.
Correct.
We just didn't.
Correct.
All right, any other board comments? This is a item for discussion. We didn't put it as an item for vote on anything, so is there any more discussion there?
I just want to throw it out there that we had at one point, and I'm not even sure if Echo was in on this one, talked about the 7th and 8th grades. I'm not sure how they do it at other schools, having individualized schedules, you know, just so.
You mean so they don't travel with them?
No, they don't.
Right. That's what 7th and 8th will definitely be next year, possibly 6th. It's kind of depend on your course requests for specials and stuff like that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure they were stuck in the homelands.
Yeah, no.
And that will continue to be the case, 7th and 8th graders for years to come.
That's really it.
Okay, 6th grade, but no, 7th.
6th grade.
Can you guys speak up a little bit, please, back there?
6th grade, we're not sure yet.
Okay.
All right, any other discussion or questions about this from Erica or Ms. Skunk or any board members?
Did you want to go back to public comment because I?
Yeah, Melanie Johnson's here, so we'll give you your 3 minutes of fame here. And, oh, and Erica's here as well, so we'll also do that. Just to repeat for you guys what we said before, it's 3 minutes, and there's no personnel issues may be discussed. If there's an issue that is in that realm, our recommendation is phrase it as a policy issue. Don't address people, address policies, concerns, those types of things. This is not a chance to express your dissatisfaction with any individual, just issues. All right, so with that, I think we have the timer ready. And if you're going to come up first, can you be on camera? Or at least closer to the camera so that we can hear you?
We worry about my voice projecting. We only have one teacher who competes with my voice projecting, so.
You make a fair point.
I want to thank you first, Mrs. Cummings, for coming out tonight, because we really don't have a community meeting unless you're here, and unless you're here the entire time. Otherwise, it really doesn't do much of the community any good. So I hope that for the rest of next year and this year, that we will always see you out here from now on, because it really doesn't do us any good as parents, because it's our one opportunity that we can all communicate instead of bother you one-on-one. I want to know what's going on next year for the 6th grades for diagramming. We had addressed this in a meeting with us before, and you said it was really, diagramming was really irrelevant. So I want to know what they're planning on doing next year with that.
That was a Dr. Cullen recommendation.
This isn't a forum
So
going back and forth, this is
Just okay, so I am still concerned about that.
End of meeting list.
Okay, I'm still really concerned about the number of books that are being read. My daughter, since I pulled her out, has already almost completed 2 novels, okay? And they're significantly more in-depth than what we're reading. And just for your edification, my daughter, until about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, was at the school full-time for the last 2 years in 6th grade, and I finally pulled her out. So I'm very concerned about the reading for the future. I would like you to reevaluate how reports get to Mrs. Hall when there is bullying or problems in the classroom. There seems to be a serious breach in that plan, because when my daughter went ahead and was bullied in the classroom, and we went to Mrs. Hall to discuss that issue. She was not aware of the numerous reports that had already been filed and sent to your office, but your office had not sent to her. So I'd like you to please evaluate that. Please don't make faces when it's a very well documented process. I'd like you to evaluate for next year what your policy is going to be when students continuously read school subjects in class that have nothing to do with it, and or are doing areas of things that are disruptive, including being on the phone, continuously going to the bathroom when they don't have to go, and playing cards and such. Lockdown policy, I understand Corinne had it for a second, but I want to let you know, I went to Brunswick Elementary School today. It's no big surprise. I'm evaluating taking my son out also for next year. We have not decided. I asked Mr. Williams, the principal, what their policy is if they have a runner or something like that happening, because I am concerned about school safety. That, to me, is a bigger issue even if my child is not a runner. What I was told is if there's any possibility that a child may be outside, automatically the police are called. It's an automatic process. Parents, they have another staff member let parents know immediately, and it's an all hands on deck, including the principal. And I hope, if we, God forbid, we ever have this again, that all administration, whoever's in the front office that day, who would be up there. So I would like that to be looked at. Can I continue quickly?